Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the camp.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really.
It's Madden NFL 23. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. He's one of the league's best, currently third in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Seahawks and the Giants, coming up next.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gunn here alongside Charles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gardner. Charles, you look at the Seahawks team as they get ready here. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Here's the first carry from Memphis. And right away he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy who's, that's just happened, Some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
And some room to work. Oh, able to avoid him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 59 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They run again with Breida. And he's got room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. On 1st down, here's Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 11 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by what?
Touchdown, Seahawks! Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Now Myers for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And New York set to take the field.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
partner. He sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Breida, they'll go up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off of play action, here's Smith. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Here's Johnson with a race.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Gino now to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he goes out right around the 39.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Completes this again to Shepard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. James has got it. Complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones.
He's got this complete to Robinson.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. From the gun, here's Smith.
And completes it again to Metcalf.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this 1st half. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw on target to James.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Jones now on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to throw again. pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. DK Metcalf and the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He finds his man Johnson. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Jones throwing on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. So we are at halftime here and down. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. On 1st and 10, Smith.
Open man downfield is Johnson. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Another try after the first down sack. Smith.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 3rd and 2, Smith.
Again, it's Johnson. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Now maybe a free play here for Smith. And it'll be intercepted. picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Walker once more.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Walker.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They snap it to Smith. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
A run between the tackles with Breida. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Trey Brown there on the stop.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Oh, he shifts past him. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Looking to throw, Jones.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. To Shepard, complete over the middle.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
From the 29, Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. This is Breida on the draw. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Gano's kick is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Smith on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno down to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Equanimeous St. Brown. A 22-yard touchdown ground.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. When you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
New York set to take the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Jones. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Talk about two sides of the ball cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down, Jones. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Give Shepard another catch now. Wow.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
That's caught at the 2. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Gano's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Jones on 1st and 10.
Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get